York Giants are less than 48 hours from taking on the Denver Broncos at Mile High Stadium, and I'm excited. If you've been a Giants fan for a while, for as long as I've been a Giants fan, then you know that there's not a lot to be excited about with this team for the last decade probably. You know, aside from the little playoff run in 2022. This game is not only huge for what happens for this season, but I think it makes more of a statement of who this Giants team is becoming and who this regime, who a lot of people don't believe in anymore, what their plan was. Do I think it was executed the right way? I don't know. Point of the matter is, we're here now. We're excited about the guys they've brought in, and we're hoping that they keep on growing week in and week out. Now things have gotten a little bit more interesting. If there wasn't enough anticipation and excitement to go with this game, now you got guys chirping a little bit. A part of me feels like it was a little amped up. You know, their linebacker Cooper made some comments about Jackson Dart, and our guys didn't like that. Abdul Carter didn't like that, and then Kayvon Thibodeau also made a comment, and then Benito responds, or he had made a comment about us fans, we're delusional. Which, I mean, for some time, there's some truth to that. There's some truth to that. But these guys, they didn't really like that. So I think that this fiery Giants team, because that's who I think their identity is becoming, they're a physical team. I think the Broncos may have just added some fuel. I think the Broncos also have a fiery team over there. They have guys who are some of the best players in the NFL right now. That defense is a wall, but if there's anybody who I think can punch through that wall, it's our guys. It's Big Blue. You know what I'm saying? The Big Blue record crew. That's who we're getting back to. That's who I truly think we're getting back to. But if you're a delusional Giants fan and you're here, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for the likes, for the comments. I've been enjoying this. I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. And although we're just getting started, the support means so much to me. So I just wanted to give y'all a thank you. What I want to see the most from this game is just consistency. I'm cool as much as I don't want the L, because I want to keep our playoff hopes alive, and I think you really need to win this game. It's got to be one of those games that you get away. I think the thing I want to see the most is the consistency. Can this team put back-to-back weeks of good football? I've been saying it. They've been running on this pattern of going bad to good to bad to good to bad to good. No, we need to establish who we are, and we've set the bar. If you want to go and do what you do against Philly, that is who you are. You showed yourselves that that's who you are. You showed that's what you do when you're disciplined, when you play fundamental football, and you make the plays when they're there to be made. You take a chance on your opportunities, and you come through. That's what happens. That's what Flat did. That's what guys like Lil Jordan Humphreys did. That's what guys like Jalen Hyatt did, Wandell, Theo, you know, our defense, Brian Burns, like they're taking charge in these moments, and these are one of the moments that these guys need to step up, and they need to go in there in a hostile environment against a strong team and get a W. That's it. Consistency is key. We're building something great. We have to see that greatness week in and week out. That's the NFL. Unfortunately, that's the name of the game. Let's get into it, man. Giants versus Broncos preview. What are we looking at? Well, let's get to know our enemies. Let's get to know these Broncos. These Broncos are led by a high-powered guy in Bo Nix. I like this guy. I personally thought him, Drake May, and Jaden Daniels were the best quarterbacks coming out of last year. And they've all shown how great they are. Jaden did what he did last season. Drake May is currently balling out with the Patriots. Him and Mike Vrabel and that offense and that defense, they're setting up something special over there. And Bo Nix started off kind of slow last year, and then he came into his own, and you saw him out there running the ball, keeping plays alive, throwing balls deep down the field and getting 80-yard touchdowns or 60-yard touchdowns to Sutton and stuff. He's doing things and brought the excitement to the Denver Broncos in a way that Jackson Dart has done to us. So a lot of respect to him. The season has been a slow start, but I don't think that takes away from who Bo Nix is. And he has a good supporting cast. He hasn't been pressured much. He hasn't been sacked much. I think he's one of the least sacked quarterbacks in the NFL right now. So those guys up front protect him. J.K. Dobbins has proven to be a consistent professional football running back for a lot of years now. He doesn't have that home run speed, that gear to really get out there, but he runs good in between the tackles, and he's physical, and that's what this team is. They're physical. Their tight end is actually someone very familiar to us Giants fans. Evan Ingram is their tight end, and let me tell you, he's balling out. He's lined up at tight end. He's lined up at slot. He's going down the seams. He's running comebacks. He's running ins. He's doing whatever he needs to do, and him and Bo have a nice connection going on. I truly believe that a tight end is a quarterback's best friend, and over there in Denver, Bo Nix and Evan Ingram, they have a good relationship. When you look at the receivers, you see Sutton, and Sutton is dangerous. He makes things happen. He gets open. He's also been a consistent football player. So this defense is going to have their hands full. When you look at their defense, at the Broncos defense, I think you have to respect it, and you got to acknowledge the fact that this is the best unit that our team has seen this far. This is the best team this young rookie quarterback and Jackson Dart has seen. This is something Scat hasn't seen. Scat has been bringing in real physical games, and I'm not going to say they haven't been playing in physical games, because they have, against the Chiefs, against the Chargers, against the Eagles. They're a physical team. But for some reason, Denver feels a little bit different. That front is something very similar to what we're trying to build here in New York. It's something similar to what we've seen is part of the ingredients for success to win a championship, is that front line on that defense, who you have in the trenches. And right now, that front seven is kind of disgusting. That front seven helps lead that defense to being first in sacks, first in pressures, first in fewest points allowed. Or second, actually. I think Houston Texans is right above them. Still, yeah, you can get into the red zone, but will you score? Or are you just going to leave with a field goal if you get there? Nick Bonito alone has 8 sacks. 8 sacks. He's first in the NFL. Like I said, Cooper is an animal at the other side, and I think everybody's looking at what Andrew Thomas and what Cooper are going to do. I'm over here concerned about what Jermaine and Cooper is going to get into. Thomas and Bonito is a great matchup, but Illuminor and Cooper is another one to watch in this game, and I think it's going to be very important. It's not Jackson's blind side, but regardless, that pressure getting off the edge, him having to step up, him having to meet guys like Allen, like Stranad, like Greenlaw, who's back. It's another thing. Greenlaw's back right on time. And he's one of those linebackers that I think is one of the, when healthy, one of the better linebackers in the league. Top 5, maybe top 10. So they have guys, man. The corners, you have Pastor Tan, who's been doing this at a high level, been doing this, all pro. He travels with your best guy. The beauty in that, though, in a way, is we don't have a best guy. Like, Jackson is not about feeding the ball to Malik, getting Malik open. It's just find your guy, take what the defense gives you. That's the ball game that we're going to play. Get the ball out quickly. Hopefully we can run it down their throats. And time of possession, long drives. It's gonna be one of those. I really don't think this game goes to a high score, just because of the way I think these defenses are gonna be looking. I think both of them should have a strong game. If this somehow ends up being a shootout, I'd be very surprised. If this ends up being a high scoring game on both sides, I don't want to see Denver high scoring and Giants at 10. Like, I don't want to see no more of that. It feels like we're a long way from that. But I know on any given Sunday, anything could happen. But I don't feel like that's where the Giants are anymore. I truly don't. But we're going to see Sunday. When I'm looking at our offense, I think it's going to take a lot of what we did with the Eagles. You know, it's going to take, I think, Jackson Dart maybe improvising a bit. But I would hope that he's going to have these quick slants, these quick outs. I think that is going to be our best friend, because I really feel like they're going to get after him. I think they're going to want to make him uncomfortable. They're going to want to, you get a rookie quarterback under duress. He starts making silly mistakes. He starts fumbling the ball, trying to do more than he should. Instead of throwing the ball away, tries to force it into double coverage or do something silly, like they want to force him to make mistakes. They don't want to let him run the ball the way he's been running. Like, Denver, and especially with all this media adding to it, with all this social media shit that was going on, and them looking at Jackson, they want to humble him. It's real clear. It's clear as day. Denver wants to humble Jackson Dart, Cam Scatterbull. They want to bring us down a notch. But we got to say, hell no. You don't bring us down a notch. We show you. You got to come up a notch to hang with us. And I know it's still early. I know Jackson only has 3 games, and maybe our expectations are a little bit high. But I think if there's anybody who's up for this task, and not just for Denver, I think the task of bringing New York football back to what it needs to be, I think it's Jackson Dart, and I've said it for a while now. I said it. Truth be told, I wanted him to get drafted here. And man, oh man, has he taken us by storm. And I think, although there's gonna be a lot of pressure, a part of me wouldn't be surprised if he goes out there and handles it the right way. I just wouldn't be surprised. As well as I wouldn't be surprised if it fucks him up and he throws 3 interceptions. I really feel like it could go either way. He also has a familiar face lining up. Juice Wells signed to the practice squad. I believe he's going to be elevated. Keep a lookout for him. I believe he's wearing number 88. I remember a good receiver who wore 88 not too long ago for us. And for those who don't know who I'm talking about Hakeem Nicks. That guy is a legend. And I'm not saying Juice Wells is Hakeem Nicks, but I am happy to see somebody that has a relationship with Jackson Dart coming in here and getting a chance for them to play together, because they have chemistry. And we've seen that Jackson relies on those guys. First deep pass was to little Jordan Humphreys. They had that connection since the summer. Juice Wells has been with us since the summer, has played with Jackson at Ole Miss and been one of his more consistent targets. He's been a security blanket for him. So I thought he did a lot of good things. Not only did he show good catching ability, in my opinion, he's a bigger framed guy, but the way he showed aggression after catching the ball, making things happen and getting some yak. I think that there's room for one of these guys. I want to see someone have not that you're gonna go and be Victor Cruz and break all his records. I'm not saying that, but have that type of effect where you came out of nowhere. And I think Lil Jordan Humphreys has shown maybe he could be that guy. Hyatt is kind of waking up. Juice Wells might get some snaps over here, and we'll see what's gonna happen. But I'm excited to see how we distribute the ball when we go to pass. Now in the run game, I would like to see Tracy get a little bit more involved. And that's a little bit surprising. I'm surprising myself saying it because I love watching Scat run the ball. I love seeing Scat on the field. And I really feel like he gives us the best chance to really get yards just because of the way he runs and the physicality that he brings. But I do think if we can get Tracy in a rhythm too, where he's killing them with the finesse and the speed, and then Cam is breaking them down with his physicality and also giving each other breaths, you know, keeping their legs a little bit fresh. I think that could also set us up for success. And not only them two, let's do Earth, Wind, and Fire. Let's get Singletary in here. Singletary's been running hard for us. I feel like it's gonna take a committee just because of how physical that front is. Truly, like, Cam's a physical guy, and I know if we asked him to take every rep out there at running back, he would do it. If we had to give him the ball 40 times, he's gonna take it 40 times, and he's gonna run the way Cam Scat runs 40 times. He's gonna do it. But I'd rather help him out, share the workload. All of our guys have a different dimension that they could bring, and as long as our O-line gives them enough space, I think they could all make something happen in a different way. And they'll tire out that defense in that way. And that's what I mean by these long drives. I feel like that's going to be the secret sauce and the way we get this W against these Broncos. Our O-line has been playing great. They've been consistent, more consistent ever since two things happened. Ever since Andrew Thomas got in the lineup and stayed there, and ever since Jackson Dart came into the fold, because the way he's able to, again, utilize his legs and keep plays alive and kind of maneuver his way away from sacks. Even when he takes them, it's for a minimal sack rather than being a 6 to 8 to 9 yard sack, you know. It makes the offense look a little better, but I do feel like if you turn on the film, they just are giving him time. They are giving him a good pocket for a lot of the time, and they're getting good push-offs off the line of scrimmage. They're winning in the trenches. JMS is out. We don't have JMS. Our center is out this week. Concussion protocol has not been cleared as of the time of filming this episode. I don't know if that'll change coming up to Sunday. I don't know if the window's too short, but Schlottman is a starter. I like Schlotty. That's what Jackson Dart called him, Schlotty. Schlotty came in there after JMS got hurt against the Eagles, and he didn't miss a beat. I didn't even realize that JMS was still out there because he was playing well. He wasn't getting penalized for anything stupid. No holding calls, no false starts. A lot of the times you see these guys come off the bench on the line and they're not in the rhythm with the guys and they start false starting. He had no flags. He played a solid game against a good defense, against a guy like Jordan Davis. You know what I'm saying? That says a lot. Now he's going to have to do it for 4 quarters against the Denver Broncos, who also have a stacked defense, a stacked interior. But hey, next man up. That's what it's going to be. That's what it is. After we lost Malik, after we lost McFadden, after we lost Darius Slayton, after injury, that can no longer be an excuse, man. A lot of teams are facing injuries and still looking good. Bengals just got a big dub without their quarterback. Shout out Joe Flacco, man. Unk of the week. Mac Jones is over there for the 49ers. They're doing well. And we're not just talking about, you know, I said those are quarterbacks, but regardless, it's got to be that next man up mentality. You got business to handle. It can't be, oh, we don't have our guy, he's hurt, so no. You know, next man up. And Schlottman, shout out to you because you came out here, you played a good game, and I just hope that you can continue that against this strong Denver defense. Now, speaking of our defense, something I'm excited about, something I love watching defense. Don't get me wrong, I love watching Jackson Dart connect with Wandell or connect with Theo. You know, I love seeing us score touchdowns. I love seeing Cam run the ball, but I've always been a defensive guy at the end of the day. I played linebacker in my days in high school. And when I look at our front four, I know the numbers may not be there, but I think they have something so special. And if they can go in there and cause Bo Nick some frustration, make them make mistakes by getting there quickly, beating their guys on these one-on-ones, I think they put us in a good position to go out and leave that field 3-4. Brian Burns has been playing out of his mind. He's third in the lineup with his 7 sacks. He's been everything we expected and more. I love the way Brian Burns is a leader. You can feel that the guys respect when he says something, taking matters into his own hands by having the players only meetings and stuff like that. Like, that's next level stuff, and those are things that I feel like at the end of the day get you to a championship and make you the type of high caliber player that Brian Burns is and that he's been since he came and joined us with the Giants and before that when he was with Carolina. My guy KT, my boy Kayvon Thibodeau, bro, why are they talking about you crazy with the trades? Like, I don't want to hear none of that, bro. Quiet that shit down. Quiet that shit down. Kayvon Thibodeau is here to stay. We better extend him. I don't want to hear nothing. The guy is playing at an elite level. He's been doing it since last season, but it's not going to show because when your team is playing shitty, you look shitty. If you've been paying attention since last year, he's been doing this. The sacks may have not been there, but he was causing a lot of pressures. He was sealing his edges, and he's doing it again this year. He was a big reason as to why Saquon couldn't get started. They wanted to go outside. He was just becoming a brick wall and stopping Steen on the poles and stopping Mailata from beating him and getting tackles for losses. He's playing insane. We're going to need that same type of energy this week and every week from KT. My father-in-law calls him the bionic arm, you know what I'm saying? Because he's always over here with the big, you know, with the big, whatever the hell that thing is, that big Kaz looking ass thing. I don't even know. An arm slinky. I don't know. But he's been so fun to watch. I've always thought KT was a good player. I never understood the type of flack he got. And he's only getting better. And we want to build a strong front. Why would we trade away something that makes us strong, that makes that unit what they are? Having all of those guys is what makes it so freaking awesome and so powerful. The fact that some people are throwing out these mock drafts trying to take Thibodeau away for the receiver. No, are you crazy? That is what's going to be our foundation to why this team is strong, to why we're a competitive football team, is because we have them. So hell no, I don't want to hear that. KT, you the man, bro. Let's go to Mr. Dexter Lawrence. Congratulations on your child, by the way. Beautiful baby girl. God bless. Dexter Lawrence, again, a guy that may not be popping out on the statistics, but he's a guy that creates so many issues for that line, for that offensive line, that it takes away pressure from these other guys, because now they have one-on-ones. Burns has one-on-ones, or Kayvon has one-on-ones, and Abdul has one-on-ones, and they're guys that could dominate their one-on-ones. So and they're double teaming him every play. You literally, yeah, he may not be dominating, but he's dominating in terms of statistics. He's pushing two guys at once out of his way, bulldozing him. You saw it against the Eagles. Literally two guys on him, and he's just pushing them into Jalen Hurts, and Jalen Hurts has to get out the pocket because the pocket's collapsing, because you have Dexter Lawrence pushing your linemen back like they're over here, like they're just some fucking chairs or some shit, just moving them out the way. Like, here, pop. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not all about the numbers. Watch the film. Dexter Lawrence is still a problem. The numbers will come. The numbers will come. Hopefully they start popping off against the Denver Broncos. Let's go. Let's do it this weekend. Abdul Carter, it's crazy fact for y'all. He had no recorded anything versus the Eagles. No sacks, no tackles for losses, nothing. Zero. Big goose egg. But wait a minute. Let me put some reasoning in it. Hold on. He is still causing, again, like Dexter Lawrence, he's causing that pressure. He's making teams pay attention to him, where that's causing a problem and creating problems. That way, Brian Burns and KT have easier jobs. They all make their jobs easier. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like they have to keep dominating the trenches, strong run stopping this game. Make sure you win your runs, and then get there. You gotta earn your right to rush. They've been doing that so far, and they gotta continue doing that. Earn your right to rush the quarterback. I think this is heavily on the cornerbacks, and I haven't spoken about them a lot, but I truly feel like it's going to come down to how they can guard the Denver receivers and their tight ends. If Bo Nix comes out here on Sunday and he starts looking like Spencer Rattler was looking like against us, and killing us with these quick ass passes, we're gonna have a long day on defense. We cannot let that happen. We cannot let him sit here and dice us up like that. It won't be tolerated. You can't do it. Don't let that shit happen on Sunday. I expect Shane Bowen to come out here and be aggressive. Please be aggressive. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Stunts, what you were doing, that's working. Let it continue to work. Blitz a little bit more. I know that puts pressure on your guys on the back end, but hey, Adebo comes from a man system. Flott has been balling out. Andrew Phillips, he's a baller. I don't care that people be like, oh yeah, he's inconsistent. I don't give a fuck. Andrew Phillips got it. Trust your guys. I think this is what they're more comfortable with. Let your guys get after it. Blitz the quarterback. Can the Giants leave Denver 3-4? I hope so. I think they do. I think that they have a strong chance at going out there and winning this team if they play the brand of football that they played against the Chargers and against the Eagles. If you play that brand of New York Giants football, you absolutely have a chance. If you go out here and play the brand of football that we saw against the Commanders, the Cowboys, the Chiefs, and then against the Saints, it's not going to happen. But we're going to stay positive, man. We're going to stay positive. I feel like our guys are locked in. I think they're ready for this matchup. I think we have what it takes to go in there and come home with the dub. Go get it done. Come on, go get it done. Like, let's go. It's been a pleasure. If you're here still, I want to thank you again for all the support. It means the world to me. I'm slowly trying to get my overall setup into the higher standard. Bear with me. But I'm having so much fun just sitting here and talking ball, and I'm loving the feedback that I'm getting. And just thank you guys. You don't know what it means to me. It means the world. Let's pray that our G-men can go and get the job done in Denver this Sunday. Catch me later after the game. a couple hours after. I'm not going to say the time yet, but you'll catch me after the game doing the Big Blue breakdown. Thank you guys. It's been a pleasure. It's your boy, Big Blue with Drew. Appreciate y'all. Peace.